Hey folks, welcome to the Triple T Thursday. For those just joining us, that's tools, tips, and talk. We'll discuss info for the knife maker. In today's episode, I'm going to show off my new lathe. Not exactly new, I've had it for a couple of months, but I haven't really shown it on the channel. So I want to take you through that and do something I've been meaning to do for a little while. So let's go down to the table and take a look. So back in December, I ordered this holdfast drill press table from my buddy Brian at Housemate. It's really cool because it's got these things that will, if I can lift it up, that attach onto the side. You can put your drill bits, and another one over here, you can put oil and whatever you need. So it's a really cool feature. But I didn't want to just attach this directly to my current drill press table. I wanted to just replace it. So let's take a look at that one. So this is my current drill press table, and it goes into the like a socket. So I figured I would turn this, get a piece of steel like this, and just turn it down on the lathe, so it'd be a good little lathe operation, and then just weld it underneath. Then I'd have a new drill press table. I don't really want to cut the bottom off this one, just in case I want to use it for some other reason. I just don't want to ruin that. So I figured I would I'd show you guys the lathe and do something at the same time. So just taking some measurements off this part of the socket's about 2 inches and about another inch over top. So really we need about 3 inches. So here's the new lathe. This is a Precision Matthews PM 1022V. I have a Precision Matthews mill. I am extremely happy with it, so I decided I wanted a Precision Matthews lathe. I reached out to them and see if we could do a deal. They gave me a screaming deal on this thing, so I decided to pull the trigger, and I'm very happy I did. I did get it with the DRO. So I'm very happy with this machine. I'll take you through its paces in this little project. So some attractive features that this lathe has that my old one did not. So this one will feed both in the left and right direction, so towards the chuck and away. My old one would only go towards the chuck. Also, it's got automatic gear changing and variable speed just with a knob, no changing belts or anything wacky like that. So that's really great. You can change the belts here to go between A and B mode. I think I have it set on, I don't remember which one I have it set on, probably A. Yeah, I have it set on A. So let's put this piece of steel in the chuck. We're going to face it off. We'll talk a little bit about lathe tooling, but I'm not the expert machinist to take you through that stuff, but I'll show you what I have and what I use. I did get this with the quick change tool post, which I highly recommend. This is just drop this in, lock it down, works great. And I have a whole bunch of other tools just set up in tool holders that I can just swap out really quickly. The only thing that I was a bit confused on is the power situation. The mill that I have, you just press power once and then you can flip it between forward and reverse, and the power stays on to the machine. On this one, you basically put it in, say, forward, and then you hit power and it starts to turn. If you go back to the off position, after about 10 seconds, it actually turns this off. In fact, after about 3 seconds, which confused me a little bit because I expected to hit power and be able to just change this, but I guess there's a reason or a feature. If you know why, put it down in the comments and let me know why this is different than the mill. I've got my steel chucked up in the lathe in the 3-jaw chuck, and I'm just facing the end. And this is just a simple facing operation. All of the tooling I'm using uses little carbide inserts. I didn't go with any high-speed steel lathe tools on this. Here I'm using the keyless Jacobs chuck, and I've got a center drill in here just to start the hole. And now the long process of drilling the hole through the center. And this is 3 1/4 inches long, so this took a while. I probably did 5 different drill sizes. So luckily I had some big twist drills. I just sharpened them up. This one's a 15/16. So this worked pretty well. Now we're going to turn this down the top 2 inches to the diameter that we need. And this is where the DRO is going to come in handy. So I've replaced the cutter with something to do the turning operation. I'm just going to touch the side. Now my DRO, I can just zero the X. So I've turned this down to the right diameter. I use this round tool just to put a decent finish on it. It's nice and smooth. No need to use emery paper on this. And I put a little chamfer on the edge. Now it's time to flip it over. We're just going to face the other end and just take a little bit off this and we should be good. I see we do have a little bit where the drill didn't go all the way through, so I'm just going to take a little boring bar and take that off, and also put just a little bit of angle here, a chamfer here, just to make sure there's no lip. So there's our finished part. It's got the hole right through it. It's got the step so it sits on the socket, and then the little chamfer here, the little taper, and it's going to sit like that. So it's actually perfect. This just goes around and in we go. In order to align this perfectly, I decided to use some CA glue. So I could just CA glue the top on it, align it perfectly, and then go to the welding table. All right, she's all welded up. Let's give it a shot, see how she works. Perfect. Yeah, it's not moving. It's perfectly level. That's awesome. All right, let's get the sides on it, the clamp, and do some drilling. I'm really happy with this Precision Matthews lathe. I also love my mill, so if you're looking for some high quality machines, definitely go check out Precision Matthews. Link down in the description. Also thrilled with the house-made hold-fast table. If you're looking for one of those, also check down in the description. And lastly, want to thank our sponsor, Maritime Knife Supply. All this stuff's great, but if you need stuff to make knives, go check out Maritime Knife Supply. Thanks, folks. We'll see you in the next one.